Here's how you can structure your training to start properly, especially if you want to mix up strength and endurance. It's not easy to give you the perfect or the best structure because everyone has different goals. But this structure works for almost every beginner to intermediate hybrid athlete. If you're a beginner, you're probably training between 1 and 3 times a week. And the question you should ask yourself as a beginner or as an intermediate is, what's your goal the next 3 to 6 months? Is it, for example, running your first 10K, running your first half marathon? That's good. But now, how to structure your training? If those goals are running, you should try to run a little bit more than you're doing strength, which is logic. So if you're doing 3 times a week, you should run 2 times a week and do 1 strength workout per week. If you're like an intermediate, doing 3 to 6, 7 sessions, I'm giving myself as an example, I'm considering myself as an intermediate. At this time, I want to build more muscle. I want to look a little bit bigger. So I'm training 4 times a week strength and 3 times endurance. You need to know this. The best way to improve something is to do it more and more. But since we're balancing something out, I will not look as big as a bodybuilder. I know that, but I'm fine with it. I just want to look a little bit bigger, keeping my endurance in place, keeping my endurance there. Within 2-3 months, I'm probably going to shift and start to run again a little bit more, and then lower down my strength to 3 trainings per week. At that moment, lower sessions for any type of training needs to be good, needs to be focused, because you're not putting a lot of training over there, so it needs to be focused. So to make it very easy, your structure, if you want to make strength and endurance, should be about your focus. If you don't really have a focus, I would say 50-50. But right now, my focus is, as I said, hypertrophy, building more muscle. What's your goal the next 3 to 6 months? Is it endurance? Is it strength? Or is it just a mix of both? 50-50. If it's 50-50, it's easy. 50-50. You're training twice a week your strength, twice a week you're running, for example, your endurance. But if you want to do more endurance right now, you should focus, or you should implement that like 70-80% of the time, and the rest is strength. I'm around that. I'm doing now more. So I'm training 4 times a week strength and 3 times a week endurance. Around 70-30. I know it's not exact, but it's around that. And if you're still struggling and doubting your structure, just send me a message on Instagram and on TikTok. I'm happy to help you for free. All right, David, it's good. I have my structure, but how do I plan that into my schedule? Let me explain. What I do and what I've said is that training needs to be part of your life. So you should not approach training like it's an add-on. You should really plan it into your day-to-day life. Like an appointment. You have an appointment to the doctor, you don't miss it. You go to the appointment. You make an appointment in your calendar and you go and you do it every single time. And it doesn't matter if it's before you work, after you work, even during your lunch, just do it. And even if it's a short training because this week is fully of work or social life, vacation, anything else, doesn't matter. Even if you're doing your training just a little bit shorter, it's okay. But do your training. 30-40 minutes, it's okay. I'm not doing that all the time. I'm probably around 1 hour 30 to 2 hours training per training, but that's because I've trained over time and I like to do that and I make time for it. You know what I mean? It's in my calendar. It's an appointment for me and I go to that appointment with my training. By the way, are you getting value out of this video? Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps me create more value for you and other people as well. Starting to train sometimes feels uncomfortable. I just want to say that we all go through that uncomfort. It's normal. But let me also be clear that no one, really almost no one, is looking at you when you're going to the gym, when you're running, when you're doing anything. People are not looking at you. If they see you, they don't care. Even that people who are above you and their training journey are just proud to see people training as well. They're not judging you on your pace when you're running. They're not judging your gear when you're biking. They're not judging on the exercises you're doing when you're training at the gym. It doesn't matter. People are more focused on themselves. You are so focused on yourself, thinking people are looking, but you don't even care what other people are doing. You're just so focused on yourself. People are doing the same. People are so focused on themselves that they don't even see you. So don't feel like you are walking into a stage and everyone is looking at you. Just do your training because no one cares. Do it for yourself. For you, only you. Create a connection with your training. Get familiar with your training. Every time you go to your training, you need to be like, hi training, let's connect a little bit more because there are some things I don't know about you. So let me know and start your training. Literally, you start to feel more your muscles. You start to feel like this is more comfortable, how I can run. You start to feel like more familiar. with the training. That's the whole point. The easy structure I want to give you as a final thing is easy. 3 strength workouts, 3 endurance trainings per week. Full body, your endurance, running, full body, running, full body, running. Your full body means hitting every muscle, almost every muscle during your training. So upper body and lower body. You do that again 3 times per week, hitting every muscle twice a week. If you're doing endurance, you make it easy. You do an interval run, you do a very easy run, and you do a longer run. The longer run are really to get mileage on your feet. The interval run is to get better at speed, and the easy run is again to make your body comfortable just running, like it's normal, like it's easy run. For the strength part, you're just hitting all the muscles, you're gaining more muscle, you're growing, and you're getting stronger. With that said, if you need really some help to create your workout plan, your structure, just DM me on Instagram, on TikTok. I'm happy to help 10 people for free, just completely for free, creating your workout plan. Let me know in the comments what is the starting point for you right now, and let's get jacked together.